Hello everyone, I am so excited to be bringing you our new AI writer, and I'm also happy to report that we are giving this away free to every account holder. It doesn't matter what plan you have, you get the AI writer for the social media component. We're probably also going to give out the campaigns component when it's live to everybody. There are going to be some premium ones like having it write blogs for you, emails, ads, and things because we're adding some additional features like being able to store those blog posts and do some cool things with them. So that's going to be coming very soon. But for now, I'm very proud to be launching the social media AI writer. And to use it is very simple. There's an AI writer link on the side, and this is going to take you to this screen here. Another way to access this is you can actually get there directly from the publisher. And when you go to publish and you see the message field, there's a new AI writer option here, which gives you a drop down. This allows you to choose the post type. If you want to create an inspirational post or make an announcement, you'll be able to access that directly from the publisher. You can either go into the prompt generator, or you can skip right to the end prompt and start writing copy immediately. So I'm going to go back to the AI writer, and this is the normal approach to jumping into AI writing. And before I do this, I want to comment on just the craze right now around AI writing. ChatGPT has really taken the world by storm. There's also, Google has jumped into the game. They have something called Lambda that is going to be powering a new tool called Bard, which they are announcing, I believe, today. And it's going to go live in probably a few weeks. So this is a very hot space, and I want to assure all of you that more than any other tool that you're going to find in the social media space, our tool is future-proof. You're going to be able to use Bard on the first day it's available. And I don't think anybody else in the social media space is going to be able to say that. Also, ours is completely unmetered. You are going to be able to write until your heart is content for all of your clients. All of the other tools are limiting the number of characters you can output. So the way we do that is by using this technique. When you click Start Writing, it's going to launch ChatGPT on the right side of the screen, and on the left side, you're going to have a prompt generator, which is what we power. So what a prompt is in the AI, I'm going to move these down so you can see them. What a prompt is in the AI chatbot space is it's basically a garbage in, garbage out thing when it comes to AI chatbots. If you create really wonderful prompts, which is what you enter right here in a chatbot, it's going to give you amazing output. Really amazing. Like, it looks just like what a human would write. And ChatGPT is what really opened my eyes to the possibilities in natural language, sounding like an actual human writing. All of the other AI writers I've used in the past just don't look right to me. So the way they use the natural language is if you give it a really well thought out prompt, it will give you a really well thought out response. And to create those wonderful prompts, we've created this tool. And I'm going to start at the beginning and show you how to create your own prompt. The first screen you're actually going to come to is the setup screen, which is going to include this company profile. We generate our prompts based on all of the information about your company and product. Then we layer in what we want ChatGPT to act as, and usually that's going to be a social media marketing expert who's also an expert in your particular industry. And the third part is the output. And I'm going to show you those screens too. It sounds complicated, but trust me, you don't need to learn prompt engineering. We already did that, so you don't have to. So the company profile screen is something that you should only have to deal with once. So please bear with me and go through it to the best of your abilities, because if you have a great company profile set up, all of your content in the future will be perfect for your particular client that you're working for, or if you're a brand doing this for yourself, it'll work for your particular brand. So let's pretend that we are a social media manager for the Elk Grove, California location of Napa Auto Parts. And our edict from corporate was we need to drive more traffic to the local stores so we can compete against the threat of Amazon and eBay Motors picking our client base clean by having people go online and buying stuff there. Like, why buy auto parts online when you can buy them local? So that's our challenge. So what I'm going to do is go in and craft a great company profile. And when I create all of my content, I want people to come to my store. So with that in mind, for the industry, I'm going to leave it at auto parts. We're going to default to the industry you selected when you started your account. But if you want to make this more specific, you can do that. So please look at your industry, make sure it's specific enough. Don't say business, instead say personal finance if that's what you do. The next part is where you describe your product or service. Mention any features that make you unique. So what I've selected is, we offer the best prices on auto parts in a clean and convenient location. We have a no hassle return policy. I misspelled hassle. Refund policy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it some differentiators that make us better than our competitors, and especially our online competitors. Now, do you have a physical location? I'm going to say yes. I have an Elk Grove, California location. If you're just an online competitor, just choose no, because you don't really have a physical space. What is your primary call to action? Most of you are going to say visit our website at, HTTP, whatever your website is. But I'm going to say visit our Elk Grove location because I want people to come into our store. And your brand voice, just look over your content that you've been writing and pick out which of these. You can choose multiple if you'd like. Just highlight in blue the ones that most speak in your voice. Which AI chatbot should we load? This is why we are future-proof. Right now we have ChatGPT. As soon as Bard is available from Google, we're going to add that here. And you'll be able to use whichever one you want. If you want to use neither of those and want to use a different chatbot, just enter the URL here, and that's what we will load in the right side. I can tell you that our prompts are compatible with every AI chatbot on the market. So I'm going to use ChatGPT and click Save. Now, I should never have to go back to the company profile again, but if I do want to do that, I can do that right here by clicking on this gear icon. This screen is for choosing the type of post. If you want to promote your website, choose this. Promote your blog, choose this. Or a special offer, you can make an announcement about your company, rewrite an existing post. And what this is let's say you look in your social media reports and you find this one post that is really crushing it. What you can do is copy that post and paste it into this utility, and we'll create 10 posts for you that are similar. Industry-specific tips. This is really great if, like for Napa Auto Parts, I may want to create a whole series of tips on how to do DIY auto repair, and it'll do that for you. Persuade with data. I absolutely love this one. Customers aren't going to buy from you if they don't believe to be true things that are required that they believe to be true before they buy your product. So for example, like if you are in the cosmetics business and you have like cruelty-free cosmetics, you might want to persuade people with data and really convince them that testing on animals is harmful. So you can use this tool to go and create a whole series of posts that pulls in real statistics and data proving to people that there is harm when you test cosmetics on animals. So it'll create a series of posts that persuade them to use your product based on that data. Inspirational, this will create inspiring posts, and the main purpose of this will be to just create a nice feeling about your brand and get people to like your content. Engagement will encourage people to comment and share on your content. So it's going to do things like ask questions that they would answer down below in the comments. And if none of these are your bag, that's fine too. Just choose the none of these and you can really write your own. This is going to put more of the burden on you to create the prompt input that makes a perfect social post for you. So what I'm going to do for this demo is, let's say we just got a brand new type of alternator in and I want to make an announcement about that. So I'm going to click on make an announcement. Note that later on in this demo, there are ways where you can save a custom prompt, and that would show up right up here at the top of the list. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Also, I want to show you that you can skip to the prompt. So I'm going to actually customize this. So I'm going to make an announcement. Always pay attention to the question asked here because it's different for every post type. And what you're going to be doing on this screen is actually answering the questions that will generate your prompt. So what do you want to announce? And it's giving you an example, finish this sentence, promote this company announcement, colon. So what I'm going to write is, let's see, we just got in a new type of alternator that will work for a lifetime guaranteed. So that's my announcement. I want it to include hashtags, so I'm discovered in searches. I want to include emoji, and I want to include a call to action, which is visit our Elk Grove location. I am not going to mention our location because I already have done that in our call to action. So what I might want to say here is visit our Elk Grove, California location. And the number of posts, let's have it generate 5 different social posts that will kind of schedule out. And for the length, you can do long or standard. Standard is more like tweet length, or you can have it like 400 characters by choosing long. And the language is English, but you can change this. There's hundreds of languages that you could choose. Let's generate the prompt. So this next step says step 1, click to copy this prompt and paste it in the chatbot to the right. So let's follow that instruction, paste it over here, and have it go to work. So now it's going to go out and create these posts for us. Also understand that sometimes you're going to get a message when you load ChatGPT that they are busy because right now they are super popular. Everybody's using it. Just be patient and reload the screen in a few minutes and it will probably work just fine. So as it's going to work over here, I'm going to show you a couple elements on the left. There are some optional refinements that you can add. So let's say I had to generate the long version of these posts. One of the things I could do is have it create tweets. So it'll create a tweet version in a separate column on the right side. You can also have it rephrase posts as questions if you want it to be more engaging. You can have it, you can create more conversational posts if you feel like it looks too corporate. You can create an Instagram first comment in a separate column. You can create Pinterest pin titles. And you can have it create a prompt for an AI image generator like Midjourney if you have a favorite one that you use. And it will actually do that and create a new column for it. So let's have a look at these over on the right. New arrival alert. So it's going to create the posts. So the next step that you're going to do, if you're not going to add any of these optional refinements, if you do want to do that, like let's say create tweets, just follow the instructions below and it will tell you. So you would just kind of copy this and paste it down here and it would create a whole separate column for you. But for now, I'm going to skip over to step 2 and let's say we want to send this post out now. So let's grab one of these posts. I'm going to copy the first one and I'm going to paste it down here in the message field. I am going to select all of these social profiles I want to send this to. Let's include a tweet so I can show you a new feature down below here. Notice that it created a preview for the tweet just to make sure it fits within the characters available. This one's fine. If I wanted to, of course, I can go in and make a change. So you can edit the tweet and you can also use any of these features here, like add your own hashtags. Now, let me move this up so you could see it. Also, the category has been selected for me based on the type of post, but if I want, I can create a different or use a different category. So the note field is going to be passed along with it when I save this as a draft. You can only save these as drafts right now. You can't just immediately schedule it. And the reason for that is it doesn't really have any images yet. You might want to refine that. So right now we're forcing people to save it as a draft. And then you can go into your drafts folder and edit that draft and then publish it to your channels and schedule it and all that. So for now, we've given you this notes field, and what this allows you to do is you can paste in information that will be passed along to whoever edits that draft. So let's say you had it collect, let's say your optional refinement was to create a prompt for AI image generator Midjourney. What you could do is actually go over to that right column for each one of these posts, and you could say, okay, I'm going to copy this prompt for Midjourney, and then paste it in the note field. But for now, I'm just going to say, here's my note, and I'm going to save this as a draft. So what this does is saves that as a post in your drafts folder and allows you to just quickly go to the next one, paste it in, save as draft. I'm going to go to the next one, paste it, save it as a draft. Let's do all 5 of these. Save as draft. And save as draft. So once you're done with these are all sitting there in your drafts folder. Before I move on to the drafts folder and show you like how this looks back in the publishing tool, I'm going to show you how to save this. So you've already made some selections and customizations to this post. So what I'm going to do is save this as alternator launch. That way, if I want to do another series of these next week, I've just saved this to make it easy. And what I can show you, I'm going to navigate back. Now you can see that alternator launch is a post type that I can jump straight to in the future and avoid having to do this. I can also delete that by clicking this delete button. So I'm going to click twice to close, and that'll close both of the pop-ups and take me back to the software. So once I go to the publisher, I'll be able to go check out those drafts that we just created. So I'm going to go into the drafts folder to finish up the process. So notice that it created all of these cool social posts. The one where I created a note, I put a note and it is visible here. So now I've got my any information I passed along to my assistant, who when they go in here, now they're going to see the note that I passed along to them. So let's go ahead and edit this one so you could see how it looks. So if you recall, I customized the tweet. So now it says forever here, while all the other social networks are going to say last you a lifetime. So I can just go ahead and schedule this right away, or if I want to, I can go ahead and attach my images and select whatever I want and then publish now, or I can go ahead and schedule this for the future. So that is it. That is how this software, this didn't match the Instagram requirement, so it's not allowing me to do that yet. So that's why we didn't build in the publish now into the pop-up, because we want to make sure that you add images that are proper for whatever networks you've selected. And currently that functionality is only in our main publisher. So eventually you'll be able to publish directly from there. But I hope this saves you guys a ton of time and allows you to create some amazing, super creative posts without spending hours and hours copywriting or paying an expensive copywriter to do that. Before I let you guys go, I do want to note here that, first of all, any custom post types are going to show here. So you'll be able to jump in and immediately, like next week, skip to the prompt and immediately create that alternator set of posts for next week. So remember that shortcut. Another thing I want to mention is how you set this up for your users. Let's say you do not have Social Pro or Agency Pro subscription. Where you would go is Agency Users. I'm going to ditch this post and skip to the Workspace Users to show you how you can give people access to this. So if you go into a specific user's profile, you are able to restrict their ability to see any aspect of the AI writer. By default, it's disabled, but you can enable it here for your sub-users. The reason you might not want to show this, if you're an agency, let's say you've got 5 clients that are paying you $3,000 a month to write copy for them. You may not want them to see when they log into their dashboard to look at their reports. You might not want them to see that there's this handy dandy AI writer making your life so simple. So what you can do is just disable it. And if this test person, sub-user logs in, they will not see any aspect of the AI writer anywhere. If you are an Agency Pro subscriber, let me show you how you can also make it automatically not give new users access to the AI writer. So that's going to be in your pricing plan setup. So you would just go in to your pricing plan and determine whether you want them to see that or not. So I'm going to go in and edit this first, like senior social media manager. This is where I'm writing the content for them. So I don't want it to give new users access to the AI writer. Just make sure it's deselected. We have it deselected by default. And that way, when somebody signs up and buys your service in the middle of the night, it's not going to give them access to a dashboard that shows AI anywhere. So that's how you scrub that. And one thing I want to show you is for you Agency Pro folks, we're going to make it so the new thank you page is designed like this. And there's a primary call to action that we generate for them that they can approve or change. So remember how when we generate prompts in the company profile, it asks them for a default call to action. Well, now it's going to be prompting them during the setup of their account to choose what their primary call to action is as a business. So you can get to work without having to have this back and forth conversation with them about where they want to send traffic from their social posts. So keep an eye out for this. This isn't live just yet, but it's coming soon. We're also going to let them, determine whether they want to hold posts for approval by default, and whether they want to be emailed every time you push a social post live. That's it. If any of you have questions, look at the bottom right of your screen. There's a chat icon there. Just ask our chat staff. We are here to help. So enjoy this new tool, and there's much more coming soon.